Platinum X back again with Baldur's Gate 3 and Wyll's Origin playthrough. So I'm in the Sorcerous Vault at Sorcerous Sundries, or in Ramathi's Tower.
The Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. The truth of the crown, I hope. All that stands between us and enlightenment is the turn of a page. This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood.
The design for self-destruction, more like. Didn't the crown kill Karsus?
Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it.
To what end?
To every end you can imagine, and 1,000 more beyond. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them.
Mortals are far better guardians of their own fates than the gods. We have more to lose.
And you're already wiser than me. That's a lesson I've only recently learned. I worshipped Mystra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mystra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor.
Thought you were past this kind of temptation, Gale. You know exactly where such overreaching leads.
Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself. Just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacked some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mystra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Karsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. Long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it.
Gale, I'm urging you to drop this. The crown cannot be reforged.
I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. Spent so long feeling inferior. Shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mystra took. Cure me, even.
You're still destined for greatness, Gale, but you won't find it chasing Karsus's shadow.
You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Thank you for letting me read this. At least we can face our enemy armed with the knowledge of its true nature, and of the stakes, should we fail to defeat it.
All right, so Gale's a lunatic. If you hadn't realized that by now. All right, let's see what Elminster has to say.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, Sorcerous Sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there?
You don't seem all that surprised to see Gale alive and well.
I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Cassus' pestilent crown. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mystra knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
You should meet her, Gale. She might be able to help us.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic, it is.
Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave, if you are willing. Trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Yeah, well, I got news for you, old man. This is Wyll's playthrough, not Gale's, okay? So it is Wyll that will be... Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm just getting a little carried away there. Oh, let's see what Gale has to say here.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it.
What do you think she wants to say?
Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards.
I agree. It's time we headed to Stormshore Tabernacle.
After you.
So you wish to be a god, Gale? You know the wizard Irenicus attempted the same thing by leeching divine blood from a ballspawn.
Ah, transfusion. An interesting strategy. Hard to get hold of a god's blood, of course, but if one could.
He managed it. After murdering my husband and torturing my friends and I for half a year.
Did I say interesting? Oh, I meant terrible, of course. Terrible strategy.
Right, Gale. Did I mention Gale's a lunatic? I'm guessing Gale's probably like a chaotic neutral alignment. He's, a lunatic. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, Gale seems nice and like a good alignment, but no. Gale's a lunatic.
It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well? Are you composing a poem in your head or some such?
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You ready for this, Gale?
Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Do you know what you're going to say to her?
During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
Seek her forgiveness, Gale. It might be your only hope of curing the orb.
You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart and her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one I'd be praying to. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please. Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time.
How do you feel now you've done it?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
Because you're a lunatic. That's what I've been saying. You're a lunatic. It's all too easy to mess things when you're blinded by desire. Bam, exactly. Bingo!
True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mystra's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again, for all that's worth.
And what then? What will you do?
I don't know. It's been so long since I dared to imagine an end to the orb's hunger. But I start thinking about it, hadn't I? Imagine being able to picture one's life ending in something other than a cataclysmic explosion. What a treat. If I can promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Sorcerous Sundries Testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice. Adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy fucking hells.
Interesting. I don't recall sending out invitations to the Sisters of Justice.
You do not call upon the sisters. They come when the hells demand witness. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
What are you proposing?
A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlach. Choose.
I'm the Blade of Frontiers, and I'm not saying that. Take my soul, not his.
You always were your father's son. Fiat Ita.
Fiat Ita.
See, I never requested to break the pact. This whole playthrough, like, I had no intention of breaking the pact. So this is kind of a weird little, like, anyway.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
No, absolutely not the greater good. I mean, you're hot. You're nice to look at. See, I mean, you're freaking hot. Why do you think he signed the deal in the first place, okay? Look, yeah, he didn't sign the contract because he's dealing with some ugly blob. Oh, hell no. I mean, yeah. She's smoking hot as hell. Hello! Anyway.
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil.
I should be angry with you, but I'm just in awe of your cunning. There we go. Kiss up, Wyll. Smooch that ass.
Cunning, am I? Ah, you see me as a schemer, an exploiter. You've pegged me wrong, Wyll. I am a benefactress, and I have an eye for a good cause. You needed help, so I indulged you. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring your daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot. But that would make your sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that.
What do you have planned for me now that the pact is eternally sealed?
Focus on the elder brain, Wyll. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details.
I'm sure my infected head has room for a hint at least.
You're a gifted hunter, pup, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Targets shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause holds, Wyll. Don't tug on my leash, and you'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win. You have the best ideas.
What can you tell me about the hells?
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. As well you know, Wyll. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
You never told me how the absolutists captured you.
Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
You're going to be staying. I need something in return.
Why? I'm supplying you with every scrap of your infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what. When the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Like I said, I'm the giving type.
Alright, so Wyll is going after his father, and Mizora told him he's being held in a prison.
You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
You spot a curious metal contraption in the water. A submersible.
Alright, so I'm also here to avenge the death of the Umberly priestess, whatever, servant. So I'm going to wind up killing this dwarf anyway. But I'm going to start off with intimidation here. I have questions, you have answers.
Let me guess. This is about them Umberly servants. You tell them to stay out of the way. Cap needs the right of way. He can't stop on a dime when they go darting in front of the prow. This big boy, the captain of Grey Harbor, built him with my own 2 hands. Can take the passage between here and the Iron Throne faster than you can say, fuck the Absolute.
What goes on at this port?
Nothing without Lord Gortash's go-ahead. I transport whoever he needs taken to the Iron Throne. Prisoners, mostly. But that's his business.
Seems you and Cap killed a servant of Umberly on one of your last runs. Now they want you dead.
Oh, yeah? And are you here to make good on that?
Benz, tell me everything you know of the Iron Throne.
You're testing me. All right. It's an underwater prison. Most secure in the realms. Myself and Cap are the only ones who can make it there in one piece. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control.
How about, well, you killed someone. You need to face justice.
And you're the judge, jury, and executioner. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Say goodbye, kid.
Now, for the purpose of this mission, I specifically hired a rogue. Actually, it was a fighter that I then respec'd as a rogue. Actually, I dual classed him rogue, up to level 7, and then level 5. Well, I'm only level 11 now, so.
Digging and diving where you don't belong.
Fuck you, Gortash.
You've been spending too much time with young Karlach. It's affecting your manners and your intelligence. Your presence here is a threat to the survival of the hostages inside the Iron Throne.
Intelligence isn't my strong suit.
Dead.
Charisma is,
They're
buddy.
no use to me, so I keep them safe, after a fashion. I've prepared for this eventuality, and if you interfere, I will destroy the Iron Throne. Return to the docks, or the deaths of everyone inside will be on your conscience.
How many people are
Apparently, you don't understand.
How many lives will be lost?
And didn't,
Not to
you know,
mention
catch
your
the whole
father,
fuck you,
captured
Gortash.
and enthralled, will surely perish if you do not intervene. His last breath taken as a slave to the Absolute.
That was a mistake. When the corpses start to wash up on the shore, remember, you could have prevented all this.
Okay, so 3 times a charm. Fuck you, Gortash. Alright, so as I was saying, for this I specifically hired a hireling. Made him a rogue. 7 levels a rogue, 4 levels a fighter. 5th level a fighter will complete it. But the whole thing is, the subclass thief gets 2 bonus actions, which means a 2nd level rogue can use dash as a bonus action. So I can literally dash 3 times. And movement is key to getting out as many of these Gondians as you can. But we're specifically here for Wyll's father. And yes, that is Omalum, or whatever, however you say his name. The Mind Flayer from Act 2, The Underdark.
Normally I would find your people's lust for pleasantries amusing. Unfortunately, we have no time. There are many hostages here. Duke Ravengard, chief among them. He needs your help.
Tell me what to do.
Duke Ravengard, be careful.
Oh shit, I just skipped that.
There are many hazards. This structure is collapsing. Act with speed. Act with efficiency. Good luck.
Okay, so I've done this several times, and
Destroy them, and quickly. We need to find my father.
the first couple of playthroughs, I turned around and went back when he said he was going to destroy it, because I didn't really know the full detail of what to expect here. So once I did this, well, like I said, I've done it several times. So basically, there are cells. There's the door, there's the lever to open the door, and there is a Gondian inside. There are Sahuagin that are around here, and more will pop up from the water as turns go on. If you look to the right there, you have 6 turns. Yes, this is where Duke Ravengard is, back down right there. So facing the ladder to the right, to dead end, 3 cells, Duke Ravengard is down there. That was just 1 dash. Look at that movement. See, that's why I hired a half wood elf, which still gets the movement bonus from being a wood elf. So it has more movement than every other race. Not to mention so many dashes. Plus I got a movement, a ring that increases movement. So this character right here can cover a lot of ground. Alright, Karlak can then go kill this dude. Open the door. And the Gondians will run straight for the ladder.
Need to hurry. Get away from these fish freaks.
Oh, fuck, you moron. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I really don't care if I get hit. One point of damage, you know, like, you know, big deal like that. I really didn't care if I got hit.
Still stuck fast by some mechanism.
I will aid you as much as I can, but hurry. We have little time.
We're running, lads. We might be rid of this shite hole yet. Let's get this over with.
Fucked you up! Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway, alright. Look at that movement, man. Jeez. Just shoot his ass. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is open these doors because, again,
Not simple enough.
the people in these cells have to make it to the sub. So you can't wait. You can't, like... That's Duke Raven Guard right there. Alright.
Come! I'm getting you out of here.
Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Stage Fright because they have disadvantage on attack rolls and take damage if they miss.
I will not know failure.
Raven Guard is controllable by me. Okay.
Stay focused.
I'll keep Daddy safe.
Nice. Thank you, Mizora. And we can push him. Hey, that was successful. Ooh, run, 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 run.
The submersible. You must return there. Now. It's the only way we'll survive this.
Bye-bye. Nice. Go, go, go. Don't you dare block the fucking ladder. Okay, I thought that dude was about to block the ladder. I'm not sure if that was going to make... Well, we got one more turn after this, so yeah, that one, unless the Hooligans killer, should make it. Let's go right here. And then shove this dude off. Fuck off. Oh. Duke Raven Guard has escaped. It's the first time I have ever gone this route and saved Duke Raven Guard. Alright, now this is the last turn. So I can't really screw around. But this character right here is the one with all the movement. So I can go ahead and finish this off. And then get the hell out of here. Yeah, this is the last turn. I gotta make sure I'm getting everybody out. Use my bonus action. Because this will knock his ass flat.
My little trick.
Boom, prone. And then now get the hell out of here.
Battle favors the fearless.
Okay. Get the hell out of here. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Oh, you still gotta get an opportunity strike on her. Oh, good. She made it. So there was only one that got killed. Nice. So the Iron Throne was actually part of the first one.
Calmness greets you upon exiting the submersible. Unlike the Iron Throne, you remain intact. It seems most of the hostages from the throne share your fate. Your chest tightens as your exhausted father approaches.
He's tight-hold, but under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
Your tadpole resonates with your father's, and a flash of recognition sets in. Devil standing before him is his own son.
Wyll. Gods, it pains me to look at you. By Baldur's graces, Why have the hells ordained you to save me?
Go to my camp and wait for me. I'll explain everything there. Yeah,
How
he's
have you
infected
lost,
by a
Hellson?
tadpole. Sure, go to my camp. Well,
I
actually,
hate to see what you've become.
the artifact should protect him just like all of the rest of us.
Ravenguard's head still aches so powerfully the pain
Lazelle
seeps
approved.
into you. The Absolute may be silenced, but your father's parasite still remains.
I'll guide him to your camp. He'll know where to go, even if he doesn't yet understand why.
Your father grows silent. Whatever needs saying will have to wait.
I'll save you! Please, I want to ask you something.
Okay, ask me something.
I can't thank you enough. I was certain that place was to be my cold, wet tomb. There were so many of us scattered through that place. To save so many it was brilliant. Just brilliant. We were kept hostage to control our families and the Steel Watch Foundry. To keep them building Gortash's death machines. Please. They need to know what happened here. They have no reason to obey Gortash anymore. If they rebel, it'll put a dent in Gortash's steel might.
All right, I will help the Foundry workers rebel.
Dawn smiles on me this day. Thank you.
The Wave Mother's citizens wither and choke. Did you do this?
Yes, the Iron Throne is gone because of me. It will taint your waters no longer.
So often the Wave Mother pays the price for the sins of men. But you killed the Beast's master. You've earned this. The restoration of the harbor will take a long time. Black blood clings and stinks like death itself. With the Bitch Queen's blessings, we take our leave.
It's finally over.
What I wouldn't
We're
give for
safe.
a good rest about now.
Now that we've rescued Duke Ravengard, let's talk to him at camp here.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My own son. Still the she-devil's toy. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours.
It isn't what you think, Father. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Your head tingles. Memories flow through your mind, seeking escape.
All right, connect with your father's mind. It's time he knew the truth.
Your father's tadpole clenches as your memories flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
Ravengard sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in your face as an impossible choice is set before you.
No. My son.
The past becomes present. Your father sees you partner with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Wyll, my son, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. You sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate. And I cast you out for it. By the gods. Can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You only wanted to protect the city.
You are a better man than most. And a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
A worm? Are you saying there's a dragon living under the city?
A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldur he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats, but we always overcame. There was never a need to call on the worm. Until now. The Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. The worm must be awakened, and the task falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
I'll seek the worm and ask for his help.
Thank you. And may the city know the truth of my only son. Pride of Ravengard. Pride of Baldur's Gate.
Alright, after the Iron Throne and freeing the Gondians, I have come to the Steel Watch Foundry to free the Gondians here.
You have beaten and tormented us to the brink of insanity. You cut out my eyes, but we will bow no more.
Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands! For Gond!
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
Because I said I would only use the bomb as a last resort.
This place down.
What is it? What's wrong?
I hear it through the floor. Powerful, indestructible. The ultimate watcher. The Titan.
Ooh.
Sounds like a challenge.
It shames me to admit this, but you must face this beast of Gondian folly alone. I would be crushed in an instant. When it raises its shields, strike it with every scrap of magic and might you possess, and pray to God that it does not fire upon you. Good luck, my friend.
Here comes the Titan. You dead, sucker. No, no, don't get in the light. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Stop, stop, stop.
No desire. Defender of the people. The pride of the gate.
Alright, so the reward is... This bow is a really good bow and possibly inflicts guiding bolt. So that's a lot more damage if it, you know, if it like procs. And then it glows. It's a +3 bow and can also cast haste, as well as that special celestial light.
The Neurosita. I can hear its hum. Familiar, yet painful. I helped design the Steel Watchers, toiled night and day on the first bipedal prototype. It is fitting it ends this way. I will bring down not only the Steel Watch, but the very Foundry itself. This place will be smoke and rubble when I am finished. Are you ready, my friend?
What are you going to do?
Like the Foundry, the Neurosita's exterior is near impossible to penetrate. However, its inner circuitry is highly unstable. I'm going to rain fire upon it from the inside out.
Do it.
Gond, let your hammer be my courage, your furnace my heart.
Not over. More to come.
That
Here we
was
go.
a hell of a show, my friend. Watchers collapse in the street as we speak. And the Foundry. Well, it won't stain this beautiful city with its abominations. Not anymore. But it's not over. So long as a single parasitic Gondian remains, Baldur's Gate is under threat.
Wulbren, enough. The Gondians are no more. Take the city. Let the Iron Hands reign supreme. I just wish to go home and mourn my daughter in peace.
Mourn. She lived. So again, sometimes the dialogue does not add up correctly because again, I've already been to the Iron Throne. His daughter is safe. She's not dead. So the whole mourning his daughter bullshit comment. No. Tubin is right. It's over.
Please. If a Gondian told me the sky was blue, I'd look outside and check. Tubin will lie, torment, and scheme until his dying breath. Kill him, or the Iron Hands will.
Wulbren, enough! I won't watch as you poison your soul, and the brilliant future that remains to the Iron Hand gnomes. I thought the Iron Hand gnomes had corrupted you, Wulbren. Now, I wonder if it wasn't the other way around. Kill Tubin, and you kill all we love. Collaboration, challenge, solving problems with the power of reason, creativity, and invention. I still want to believe you're better than that, Wulbren. But even I am having my doubts.
We're going to go with the Bard route. If this was an epic of old, Barkus here would summon his courage and lead the Iron Hand gnomes.
I say you're right. They deserve a leader who'll encourage them to create, not destroy. They deserve someone like me. I can't save you from yourself, Wulbren. It hurts terribly, but I can't. Toss your values in the bin if you want, but don't throw out the Iron Hands with them.
This is ridiculous. Iron Hands. Kill this man.
There you go. You do have brains.
How dare you? Cowards!
The Gondians recognize
Asshole!
Barkus as leader of the Iron Hand gnomes and look forward to ushering in a new peace between our factions.
It is with a heavy heart that I remove Wulbren Bongal from our ranks. You have until first light to leave the city. Wulbren.
I expect treachery from all sides, but you, little Barkus, the boy who followed me from the Underdark, who clung to me like moss to stop when we next meet, my hammer will cleave your skull in two, and that is a promise.
Hammers don't cleave things in two, they smash them. So, poor dialogue. Very poor dialogue. Now, I thought I was going to have to kill them. So that Bard response allowed them to live. Alright, so now all of the Steel Watch are deactivated. But if you notice that red outline, it would be considered stealing if you go looting them. Even though they're now piles of scrap. So anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. See you next time.